I'll go Joshua round 5. Similar to the way he took Francis down. I genuinely think this is how this fight's going to go. Dubois has 0 chance of winning this fight. Well, this is awkward. Hello, what is happening, ladies and gentlemen? Your boy Dabs here, and today I have my reaction to the AJ versus Dubois fight. Whew! I did not see that coming. Now, before we break down, start getting to absolutely anything, I want to make sure that Daniel Dubois gets his motherfucking flowers. This guy had the belt. This guy was the champion. This guy still had to walk out first. Let's be honest, this was a homecoming for AJ. AJ plastered everywhere. The whole lead up all week was about, can Daniel Dubois take it? Can he seize his moment? Will he freeze in front of Wembley, in front of 96,000 people? Did he fuck? And I'm a big fan of holding your hands up and being honest and truthful when you are wrong. God, everyone got it wrong. He looked like he was ready for anything that night. Geeing himself up in the ring. Cool, calm, collected. Energy on the way in. Oh, polar opposite with AJ. And we will get to that. But I am not taking anything away from Dubois. A lot of attention is going to be on AJ and how bad he was. That's why my video will start with a to Dubois, and we're a big fan. And I always was a big fan. By the way, I did make my video. I am on and have been on the Dubois train for a little while. I just didn't think he'd have the next step to be with the elites, and goddamn does he belong there. Now, Joshua. What's what, mate? No, I'm fine. I'm fucking fine. Realistic effects are so pointless. Yeah, battered. If you're thinking of an argument or an angle from AJ and you are an AJ fan, I am so sorry to say, just don't. There isn't one. He was outclassed in every department. And they talk about occasions, how important it is, and AJ absolutely fell to pieces. On the walkout, oops, he's already unsteady on his feet. Oh, little wobble there. Gets in the ring, tries to look calm and cool, but you can just feel that nervous energy. And then, to make things 10 times worse, he doesn't know whether he's taking his gown on or off. And this guy is supposed to be Mr. Wembley. Fuck off. So the fight starts. It's quite tentative. There's lots of feints going on. But this is literally just for seconds. And then Daniel, probably about 20 seconds later, follows up with an overhand right and absolutely ruins Joshua's plans for this fight. If you don't think this is where it's already gone wrong, I can't help you in boxing. His legs look light. This looks like a place he does not want to be in and does not cope in well. The Joshua we all know comes out. He likes to feel someone out, really take it at his pace. He gets behind that jab. Obviously now more of a counter puncher, which is funny in hindsight. And have it at his range. Lure someone in. Bang. Gone. No, not today from Dubois. And Dubois just keeps tagging it. Joshua keeps trying to come along to wrap him up. Nah, she gets bodied or they're parted by the ref. This is the last place you ever want to see Josh in. And this is only the first round. Anyway, to make things worse, he's in there. He drops his guard. Well, we might as well have had a lead in there. The amount he didn't want to use his right arm. You could just tell the game plan was full of confidence from the Ngannou, not realising you've got a boxer in front of you, a person who has done this since he's like 5. I think Daniel Dubois has been boxing since. Where do you get off thinking you can just stand there, bang, and take him out like that? Where would you ever? And that's why his guard isn't there, because he doesn't think it's going to be a problem. He can step out of range. What's wrong with you? I just want to have a mention on the ref for a sec. We know Dubois likes to roughhouse. Sometimes he gets in and blah blah blah, but fucking hell, this ref wanted AJ to win so badly. And we'll get on to that. Then Josh goes for a straight right. It doesn't land. He steps back. He's kind of in that awkward kind of, I need to reset my position. Daniel Dubois, like a tramp on chips. Bang. Joshua's down. It was a heavy punch. And this was the start of the end. Round 2. Dubois, obviously now full of confidence, just absolutely hounds AJ even more. Starts popping off that jab. That beautiful, sexy jab that he's got. Doubles it up at times. Amazing. Not just throwing over the top. Mixing it up. Pushing Josh back. Real strength. And Josh is just there the whole time. You can hear his trainer Load up, load up, load up. You could see in there he was so focused on the right hand that he just forgot the pure fundamentals of boxing in its whole entirety. No guard and coming forward with just one thing in your mind is a recipe for failure, and you will see that soon. It's definitely not another day later. Anyway, in the third round, Dubois is doubling up that jab. He's roughing him up, showing him that he's ready to brawl, and bang. He then hits him with a right that doesn't land clean, but probably still had enough power to dent a gold bar. But then he gets him with a right hook, which is loaded up to motherfucking maximum. AJ's legs go, then it looks like he twists his ankle. He's falling back to the ropes. He's completely fucked. And I've always wanted to say this. He was discombobulated. With AJ up against the rope, Daniel Dubois absolutely goes to town. There was more weirdness from our suspicious ref. He doesn't give him an immediate count when he literally touches the canvas. Dubois, you know, going for it. Hitting his punching bag that I assume he does at the gym. Just replace maybe his everlast punching bag with AJ's body. So AJ's taking all these unnecessary extra hits when he should have been up and counting. Now, I'm not saying, AJ got banged anyway, but fucking hell, that didn't help. Even that's a mistake, or... Anyway, eventually the ref gives the 10 count. The corner come in the ring. It's kind of in that awkward thing where like the ref's still counting but the round's over, but Ben Davison and his team's trying to get in the ring. A total fucking mess. And then Josh punches the air like, oh, cheers mate, cheers for keeping me in. It's just like, what the fuck's going on? Mind you, it shows you what fucking state of mind he was in. Being hit by Daniel Dubois must be literally like being hit by a brick. Round 4 and Dubois hits Joshua with another loaded right hand. The same shot that made him do the stanky leg. This time it sends him flying across the ring. The commentator says it was a slip. Fuck off.
Yeah, I did think that was a slip, Tom.
If that's a slip, then I've won many a fight. Think about that one. Anyway, he beats the 10 count. Josh is confused as to why he's being counted. Then tells us all he's a reject.
From the film 300.
And you're genuinely not going to believe this. You couldn't film the script right, do anything like this, if you tried. It goes down 10 seconds later. Again. There are no words. The reason he goes down, because he kind of rolls Dubois' punch and then bounces off of Dubois' side and ends up on the floor again. I've slowed it down. That is the slip the commentator's looking for. So we would normally just let him off that one, but he's now touched the canvas 3 times. I'm half confused as to why he didn't just bring his bed, his pillow, his duvet, his cuddly toy. The ref then waves like this. So of course everyone thinks the fight's over. The crowd think the fight's over. The commentators think the fight's over. Probably both the fighters think the fight's over. In boxing we clearly need to find another hand signal other than that for no, and other than that for it's over. Like I said, you can't write this stuff. Obviously what he's trying to do is tell Daniel, I'm not counting that one. Josh must be thinking, thank God, I love this guy. From our very biased referee. Josh, of course, now wants nothing to do with that power, so he's just trying to tie him up, but he's just getting bodied. He's getting pushed back. He's then backed up on the ropes. He receives a low blow. Obviously, in boxing, you can take 5 minutes for a cock shot. Maybe inexperience, maybe stupidity. If you're getting banged up, your head's all fuzzy, you're not going to win this fight. You could do with some minutes. You could have took it. Usyk, heavyweight champion of the world. He took it, and that was also against Dubois. AJ finally gets an uppercut in. It's not clean though. It didn't look like it shook Dubois, but probably would have shook a few other heavyweights. Dubois just hard, isn't he? He's just an hard nut. Old school, old fashioned, just like punching granite constantly. You're not going to get through, and you're not going to break it. And he can take it, and he can give it back. Amazing. The round ends, and AJ tries to show Dubois to his seat. Like, bro, you've just been smashed up. It's like, even still in that state, any chance to son Daniel, he takes it. And I can laugh at it, but it's just so dumb. Round 5, AJ finally lands a massive right hand. This is his best shot. Dubois' legs seem to buckle for a few seconds, but he does recover quite fast. Of course, AJ seeing Dubois in this state is going to chase the knockout. Questions could be asked, was that the right tactics? Now that he put a dent in him, should he try and take a couple of rounds, get himself back into the fight and see if he can sway it the complete other way towards the end? But you got to remember, his head's all over the place. His brain's all fucked up. This warrior spirit that he's got probably comes right through when he thinks, if I can finish this here and now, that could be my best chance of winning this fight. Doesn't quite go that way. Dubois now on the back foot goes for his own right hand. It doesn't quite land. AJ picks an uppercut, throwing it from well out of range, leaves his face completely wide open. A free shot for Daniel. If you want to knock Anthony Joshua out, he made it as easy as possible. Daniel with the right hook counter. Good night. Josh looks out for a couple of seconds. His body's slightly shaking. His eyes open. He's trying to get up, but his body just won't let him. I get knocked down. He throws in a bit of breakdancing. He doesn't beat the count. The ref says it's over, but he's already on the floor. Ben Davison runs over, and yeah, that knockout was brutal. Yeah, it's mad. As an event, as something put on that you can go to see, you can literally go to the stadium. What a spectacle that would have been. I can't imagine a lot of people weren't shocked by exactly what unfolded and how it unfolded. I give Daniel Dubois massive props. That is all him. AJ was terrible, but obviously went in with a great game plan and he just clearly didn't execute what he should have. But Daniel's hard work and determination turned Joshua into that. So you have to give Daniel Dubois all the credit before you say how bad Anthony Joshua was. And that is easily the worst I've ever seen him. That's the worst he's ever lost. That's the worst he's ever boxed. A bad night for those of us in the AJ camp. AJ, of course, now is on the latter half, the home stretch of his career. Maybe what you'd say 2 or 3 fights, and that's being generous. You still got Tyson, you still got this rematch, and you know, you can forget about a fight with Usyk because that's just levels. And if he gets a rematch, I just think it's such bullshit because he was absolutely dismantled in this match that he doesn't even deserve one. Just on that basis, on how poor he was, he doesn't deserve one. But Daniel Dubois will take massive confidence from this and will probably want to do it better. So please leave me your thoughts in the comments. What you thought of this fight, how shocked you was, and did you see it coming? Was you Team Dubois or Team AJ? And was that the biggest upset in boxing? Please like, comment and subscribe. Your boy Dabs out. Thank you so much for watching. How good is it to be back here, guys? And remember, if you're ever at Wembley and in the ring and fighting Daniel Dubois, please keep your hands up and try not to dribble on the floor. Bye. It's definitely not another day or anything like that. Yeah, I've changed outfit. I was going to go for the whole, like, oh, can we see if we can blend 2 videos together? No. We're not about faking around here.